Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most important analytical skills in Year 12 VCE VE English, how texts represent ideas. Now this goes far beyond simply saying what a text is about. Instead, we're going to explore how authors construct meaning through language, structure, character, and ideology. How they shape the way we think about big concepts like power, identity, justice, freedom, or memory. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand the difference between ideas and themes, how ideas are represented both explicitly and implicitly, and how context and ideology influence everything a text allows us to see or think. Let's get started. First, the foundation, ideas versus themes. An idea is an abstract concept a text explores, things like power, belonging, identity, justice, or human nature. They're broad and philosophical. A theme, on the other hand, is the text's specific treatment or argument about that idea. Think of ideas as the raw material, and themes as the finished meaning the text constructs. In George Orwell's 1984, the ideas include surveillance, truth, power, and resistance, but the themes, such as totalitarianism destroys individual identity, or truth becomes whatever the powerful declare it to be. Knowing this distinction immediately makes your writing clearer and more sophisticated. Next, let's look at explicit versus implicit representations of ideas. Explicit ideas are those stated directly, through narration, dialogue, commentary, or speeches. For example, Atticus Finch's courtroom speech in To Kill a Mockingbird openly states ideas about justice and equality. Implicit ideas, however, are far more subtle. They're not said, they're shown. They emerge through patterns, outcomes, structure, imagery, or what the text treats as normal or natural. In Austen's novels, the explicit idea is marriage and propriety. But implicitly, the text comments on women's economic dependence, class structures, and the limited choices available to them. This is the layer where deeper analysis happens. In some texts, explicit and implicit ideas even contradict each other. For example, The Great Gatsby explicitly glorifies Gatsby's dream through Nick's narration, yet implicitly critiques his obsession by showing its destructive consequences. This tension is exactly what gives a text complexity. Next, we will look into textual features, which includes language, structure, character, and genre. Language choices. Language is never neutral. Word choices carry connotations, emotional, cultural, ideological weight. For example, calling a group freedom fighters versus terrorists doesn't just describe them, it positions them. Narrative structure. A text structure communicates ideas about justice, causality, agency, and change. Dickens' neat moral endings suggest a universe where good is rewarded. Modern realism often suggests the opposite. Systems overpower individuals. Characterization. Characters are ideological symbols. Ask, who gets a voice, who gets interiority, who is stereotyped, who drives the narrative, who is erased? These choices reveal what the text values. Genre. Genre also carries ideological assumptions. Romance often celebrates fulfillment through partnership. Tragedy emphasizes human limitation. Detective fiction suggests truth is solvable through logic. When you analyze genre, you analyze worldview. Context and ideology. A text's context shapes what is thinkable, speakable, and acceptable. Victorian authors weren't unimaginative. They were working within legal and cultural restrictions that made marriage almost the only viable future for women. Ideology refers to systems of values that appear natural, but serve particular interests. Texts can reinforce dominant ideology, challenge it, or contain contradictions. Fairy tales, for instance, often reinforce the ideology beautiful's good, or that women are passive. Modern retellings challenge this, like Shrek or Maleficent. Practical analysis framework. To apply everything, here's a 5-step method you can use for any text. Identify the ideas. Analyze representation, explicit, implicit, structure, character. Examine ideology. Consider context. Evaluate complexity. Is it simplistic, critical, contradictory? Worked example, The Handmaid's Tale. In The Handmaid's Tale, ideas include freedom, power, identity, resistance, and memory. Explicit representation appears in Aunt Lydia's speeches. Implicit representation appears in color coding, architecture, and Offred's fractured narrative. Ideology critiques fundamentalism and patriarchal control. Context of 1980s conservative politics shapes the text's warnings. All of these work together to construct meaning. So to wrap up, texts don't just contain ideas, they construct them. And your job in VCE English is to uncover how representation works. Identify the ideas, explore both explicit and implicit layers, consider context and ideology, and evaluate contradictions and complexity. Master these skills, and your essays will deepen immediately. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.